going to take us to our first story. And Theme Park Wizard is on here for a specific reason. We're going to talk about what is going on at this amazing park in Southern California right here. You can see we have the map of Universal Studios Hollywood right here. You can see City Walk actually to, the right of your screen. You can see the entrance right here. To give people a little land here, Universal Studios Hollywood is adjacent to the actual Hollywood. Not quite within that realm there. It's kind of within the 30-mile zone. That's what they call it in this part of Southern California. It's just outside of Hollywood. It's actually in its own city, Universal City, which is very interesting and actually relates to the story as well. But this is all part of what Universal Studios Hollywood has called Project 515, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
This whole expansion project to really build this park out. Universal Studios Hollywood has been landlocked for quite some time in terms of how much it can actually grow because it's right adjacent to their operating studio. Now you're going to get a myriad of projects that will expand the footprint of this park even further in the Southern California market. And with that comes direct revenue streams from not one, but two hotels. So all of that really is what makes up this specific project and what Wizard is referring to when he refers to the security checkpoints and so forth. This is all to build out the infrastructure for this specific park in the lead up definitely towards some big high profile events, right? 2027, 2028. Wizard?
And 2026 got the World Cup and got the 2027 Super Bowl and the Olympics.
And there's a lot of development in this specific area. Wizard, do you want to go ahead and take us through what you contributed to actually in terms of this theme park story?
Yeah, so 1 year ago, Universal, on May 2nd, 2023, actually, Universal filed plans for a hotel in for this resort park. And while it was delayed, it finally is moving along. And thanks to parks fans, there's some permits earlier this week for a demo of the iFly building over there in City Walk and some security stuff. And thanks to Zach from Parks Fans, he shared the lovely images of his site plans that he found for me before he posted it on his little article there. And we kind of did a little collaboration on this particular article because we're kind of timing the drops. And today, he realized something that I've been known about for months and seen for months, but the official site plan for the said hotel. And look at that, it's a little hook structure. Now, unfortunately, in these site plans, there's not the renderings because I can't wait for you guys to see those. But you can just imagine what the hotel will look like. This will be an 11-story hotel with 500 rooms, the pool towards the back. This is currently a parking lot that the one you saw. It's used for buses and oversized vehicles. But as of November 18th, those oversized vehicles can't park there anymore due to new parking policy. Now, this hotel is kind of going to hook, kind of encloses entrance. Kind of it's a free-for-all. This security area is right here, now. But now that will be demolished and moved to City Walk Disneyland style, where the City Walk will be in the security bubble, unlike where now it is not. So that'd be good because I've seen people making knives in the City Walk, so that won't be happening anymore. But this hotel will be on the level of like the Grand Helios Hotel. It'll be like a Spanish architecture type of vibe potentially going on there, which will be super cool. And it'll be 11 stories at the center, but like 8 stories and 5 stories, it'll kind of taper down, but it'll create a nice little immersive crevice so you won't see the outside world from the plaza there. They're going to renovate the whole plaza, maybe even take away the ticket booths. I was just thinking about that today. I don't know if they really need them anymore. But the globe's going to move up about 20 feet to the north. It's been broken, so it should be fixed and be a brand new globe. And it's going to be massive, massive stuff, especially with the security updates, which we finally first saw plans today of. There'll be 3 new security hubs. Vash, show them.
Yes, absolutely. We have some more renderings going along with this right here. The security hubs. New for Universal Studios Hollywood. This is what Wizard was talking about when he said you could bring previously knives into City Walk. That will no longer be the case because they'll be centered around the parking structures themselves, or at least roughly. Go ahead and take us through it here, Wizard.
Yeah, so currently the security City Walk is in that little tiny awning structure to the left where the globe is, and anyone can walk around and do whatever they want. But now they're going to transfer to 3 central hubs. Now, they kind of tested this when during COVID, you had to have the temperature checks and stuff. They had the security in the parking garage, which was actually very easy. It was very nice. I was like, man, I was so sad that went away. So I'm glad that I'm sure they used that test and figured out how to do it permanently, because now it looks like we're gonna have 3 hubs, multiple parking garages. Over to the east hub, to the left, is the Frankenstein parking garage, and that's where some certain parking types went. I know Mr. Vash parked himself there when we met at Universal. So you come up from escalators, you'll be coming from the escalators and elevators, and you're coming on the east hub there. And then there's the central hub, where this is all the preferred parking, the front gate parking. This is by the NBC Sports Grill and Johnny Rockets. That'll be another hub. And then the west hub is relating to that permit, the iFly permit. There's a demo for building 6520, which relates to the iFly structure. This west hub is very interesting, because this west hub not only will be the permanent security thing, but rumor has it, we just talked about the whole main plaza renovation there. So there's a west hub. Why that front entrance is getting renovated could be the temporary entrance into the theme park itself, because it actually connects to Wizarding World of Harry Potter just behind that IMAX theater, which it sticks out to the left of that circle there. The west hub right now is a rideshare area down south. There's City Walk has a lot of little gaps. I'm sure they'll close them up. And the west, if you park in ET or Curious George, which are the rightmost structures there, they'll reroute you through a new path coming up from the west hub. If you park in the front gate, central hub, and Frankenstein, the east hub, and then I imagine hotel will have its. I don't know about the hotel parking, to be honest. I can't speak on that. They might just use some of the other parking garages. But the west hub also could be the site for a second, more value hotel, or the entrance to a more Cabana Bay style hotel, where they call it the H slot, which is usually where a couple of Halloween Horror Nights houses are. It's just a parking lot, though. It's to the north of the out of frame on the Curious George parking lot. So the west hub will be something to watch, because that could have multiple uses over the next several years. But much better security hub area to keep City Walk safer, but also more convenient, because right now it gets very tight. In fact, I was there today. It's very busy. It's Thanksgiving, so there's a whole bunch of people in that whole area. It's not a lot of room to walk. When it's raining, that whole area floods. So a lot of problems will be fixed with these new security areas than this current very bad security area. Well, it's not terrible, better than Disney's security area, but still not the greatest.
Yeah, it's been an issue for some time.
Watch the lower lot. Maybe next year. There's that. Right now they're extending the retaining wall and doing some infrastructure work to the hillside for that area, the other side of the coaster. But that is just phase 1 for some massive developments there. A potential lower lot expansion could be opening in 2028. But we'll wait for permits officially to see this particular area here. It'll be the Mummy and those 4 sound stages. Only one person told me the Mummy's last year is 2025, but they always say the Mummy's last year is a certain year, and then it always survives. So we'll see. But
it's a very different mummy, right? That's a very different mummy than the Florida Mummy, right?
Yes, it's more. Ours is more coaster-like, less dark ride-like, and much smaller overall.
Yes,
but yeah, this hillside is sliding, so they're gonna move it back about 100 feet, and then they're gonna put a bigger retaining wall, and then that'll be done by March. And then later next year, as soon as the coaster opens, the studio tour could be relocated here. I've heard due to safety issues, the studio tour can't operate because it'll be too close to the coaster in its current route. So the coaster can't open, I've heard, until the studio tour is open, because that's not even there's even closer tracks to go literally right to the green fence when you go past the escalator there. So could be a safety issue. Could not be it, but I've heard from multiple people, so I'm pretty sure it's true, but we'll have to wait and see again until permits. But it sets the stage for one big massive lower lot expansion that could open in 2028 or 2029, and then that lines up with the Simpsons closing in 2027 to get that out of there for that expansion, maybe like 2030, and then we'll continue on forward from there. So pretty good timeline of events coming that the hotels will support.
Does Universal Studios Hollywood overlook is it the San Fernando Valley?
Yes, the beautiful. It's my home, San Fernando Valley. I'm here right now.
Yeah, you can actually see right here if we go to Google Maps. This is really interesting because it's like it's a 2-story theme park, which is really weird. But you can see this kind of hill structure, this hill, which are the Hollywood Hills, technically. and they run down here, which is where you get the Starway, or these bank of escalators that take you from the first level to the lower lot right here. And this is kind of the area that everybody's most interested in. You can see in the foreground, that's the mummy attraction. Back here, this is a Jurassic World built into the hill as well. And then these 4 sound stages is what Wizard was referring to right here. So if you relocate these sound stages, potentially you have a really open area to fill out the lower lot with more theme park related attractions. That's also where Nintendo recently set up shop. So a lot of people are speculating, oh, are we getting an expansion to Nintendo itself? Perhaps. Are we getting more Harry Potter? Maybe. But it all kind of starts with this hillside project.
And it's interesting because, and this is just totally speculation, or my thoughts, not even speculation, just a theory. No, Warner Brothers is right down the street. You know, see it right there, right behind the golf course, right there.
Correct.
And
this is Warner Brothers.
With the changing of administrations, they're a little bit less regulatory, because I can say on like mergers and stuff, right? So maybe next year when the new administration takes place, maybe Comcast takes another shot at buying Warner Brothers, because they're pretty cheap. And now if that happens, the whole area, Universal's property is 416 acres. So if they somehow bought Warner Brothers, right, and then just kind of use their sound stages, then they don't really need any sound stages, and then could use the whole area for theme park. Again, just a theory or potential of what could happen. So we'll have to see what happens next year if they even make because this golf course, the owners of this golf course, they try to buy it many times, but they just won't sell. So instead of trying to buy the golf course, hey, if you somehow acquire Warner Brothers and just use their sound stages for production, you don't need any sound stages on your lot. You can have a whole Epic Universe sized park right here, or actually a little bigger than Epic Universe.
Potentially. You're looking at right now the studio backlot for Universal. You can see how much real estate there actually is. But again, those are active production facilities. You'd want to maintain those. Now, what Wizard is pointing out here is a plan to maybe purchase nearby Warner Brothers studio. Obviously, that would go along with all those assets, but one of those assets being the studio lot itself and their amazing range of IP. It's kind of funny because just further from here is
the mouse.
Disney Studios. Yes, the mouse. So
is that Burbank?
Yeah.
Yep. That's Burbank right over there. So it's all well within proximity right here. But definitely Universal Studios Hollywood is the focus. And yeah, they're setting up for major events in the future right here. If Universal were to actually build on-site hotels like a Helios West, would any of you be interested in staying at that and visiting this park?
I would. This is making me miss my time when I lived in Las Vegas. I would go down there all the time, right? So, and to give you an idea, the last time I was at Universal Hollywood, Backdraft was still there. I'm assuming Backdraft is gone now.
Yeah,
but it was but it's taking me back in my memory, and I'm getting very excited about. Like, I was actually there one year. And I could have gone to it, but I chose not to for the Rose Parade. I was there. I happened to be there, kind of stuck on a layover, not a layover, but my flight was delayed because there's a big snowstorm back east, and I happened to be in Los Angeles, and so I couldn't go back home, and I was there on the day of the Rose Parade, and I don't know what I ended up doing. I think I ended up going to the Tonight Show that night and seeing Jay Leno and a whole bunch of other things, but like this is all very exciting for me because it makes me want so badly to go back out and see all of the California parks, including the ones that I personally missed, which was the Six Flags Magic Mountain Park out there, and Knott's Berry Farm. I haven't been to either one of those parks. I want to go to those. I want to go to Universal. I want to go to the Disney stuff out there, and see the apparently very letting down Marvel Avengers Campus.
Erika, you interested in seeing Universal Studios Hollywood?
Yeah. Well, I've never been to California, so it's been on the bucket list for years. I know it's always money,
Yeah.
I hear they know how to party.
Oh yeah.
No party like a
Yeah,
day. Wait a minute.
we don't know. Yeah, I said, when we finally make this trip to go to Knott's Berry and Disney and studios in California, I'm like, we're gonna have to meet up with some of our TPP family who are on that side
Definitely.
of the US
Absolutely.
because we don't know our way around there. I think that's another thing we're really intimidated. The traffic and everything
The
just being
traffic.
on top of each other. It's a city, you know, and we're not city people like at all. So it's very intimidating, honestly. So we need help we would need someone to like navigate us around.
It's
Oh,
a big
the
area, and you have
traffic's
to
not bad.
if you're out there, you really have to go see Santa Monica and Malibu. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
It's fine.
and your traffic,
It's
Is that all the
it's not
time?
bad.
Every day?
strings.
No,
yeah.
this is for Thanksgiving, but you can see
Oh.
Goodbye,
yeah.
red and
I
green.
must
just
say,
how insane it can get.
definitely is
There's a feeling of Christmas.
I must say it is because I used to drive that all the time. It's just about like that all the time. The lights make it more intimidating than it really is, but when you're on the ground, that whole thing takes from maybe like 30 or 40 minutes. It's a long time for probably you guys, but it's like normal for us.
That's like pretty lots.
Also,
Erika,
if you
come on
guys
down, Wizard and I, we can show the ropes. Ain't no problem.
if you come on down, make sure to book your vacation package too.
That road on the top is moving quite fast. What is it, an exit?
Oh, that's just the street. That's
Wizard is a travel agent as well. That's true.
I have so many questions, and I know it would totally derail the stream. But Theme Park Wizard, you're a travel agent too?
Yes, well, I'm training to become one, but by the time you come out here, really by the time Thanksgiving or Christmas comes, I should be an official travel agent, travel advisor with
That's
East
so cool. Okay.
Winds. Woohoo!
That was a highlight from our live stream on That Park Place Podcasts online, where the full stream can be found at the link in the description. But what about you? What do you think about this very intriguing and fascinating story? Please let us know in the comments below. Like this video if you did like this video. Share us out as it helps us out tremendously against the YouTube algorithm. And thank you so much for watching. T3, BO. Please comment, like, and share this video. And don't forget to subscribe to That Park Place Podcasts online, your source for exclusive content and highlights from WDW Pro, The Pro Show, and That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.